The lawyer's voice barely rose above the faint buzz of the ceiling fan. "Your parents' estate has been settled," he said evenly. "All assets, the house, the savings, the investments, have been transferred to your brother." I stared at the gleaming oak table before me, my reflection calm and unmoving. That stillness must have unsettled him, because his tone wavered as he continued, mumbling about fairness, wishes, family unity, words dripping with hypocrisy. I only nodded, pretending not to notice that I'd just been erased from my own family's legacy. Outside, my brother leaned against his car, his grin too perfect, too practiced. The same smirk he used to wear as a child, the one he flashed after breaking my toys and convincing our parents I'd done it. "No hard feelings," he said, voice dripping with fake warmth. "Of course not," I replied, my lips curling into something that looked like a smile. That was the moment my silence began. Growing up, I believed loyalty was sacred, thicker even than blood. My mother made sure I did. "Family comes first," she'd remind me, every time my brother's troublemaking caught up to him. He was her favorite, her shining boy. The one she excused, the one she financed, the one she always forgave. When I left for college, I stopped asking them for anything. I built my own life piece by piece: degree, job, apartment, savings. Meanwhile, my brother drifted from one failed business to the next, draining our parents' accounts in the name of new beginnings. And yet, I was the cold one for keeping my distance. The will changed everything and nothing. I should have seen it coming. My mother's constant talks about helping your brother get back on his feet. My father would stay quiet during those conversations, his eyes tired, his lips thin. But I hadn't expected the precision of the betrayal. Every cent, every property title, every asset seamlessly funneled into my brother's name. It was as if I'd never existed. I didn't argue. I thanked the lawyer, shook my brother's hand, and left. At home, I brewed tea and opened my laptop. When you're underestimated your entire life, you learn to pay attention, to remember details, to prepare. Years ago, I'd helped my father set up their online banking system, back when he still trusted me most. I remembered every login, every password, every automatic transfer. I wasn't planning to steal anything, but I wasn't about to let them take what was mine either. So I didn't move the money, I simply stopped it. The automatic transfers to my brother's mortgage? Cancelled. The insurance payout for estate upkeep? Redirected into limbo. Nothing stolen, only paused. And in the system's logs, I left a subtle signature, not my name, just 2 words they'd recognize. Family first. A month later, my phone buzzed. "Mom, the mortgage is due. Did you get your share?" Me. Not mine. Silence followed. No typing bubbles. No calls. Just quiet. Then came the unraveling. My brother arrived at the family house one morning to find the locks changed. His credit line was frozen after a missed payment. My mother called the lawyer, but he only repeated what the bank had already said, an automatic freeze due to unusual account activity. She messaged me again. "Can you help us fix this?" I replied, "You made it clear I'm not family." No response. Weeks passed. I didn't see them, but word spread. The house went up for sale. My brother quarreled with creditors. My mother moved into a small rental downtown. I didn't smile. Not yet. Then one afternoon, a letter arrived, not from them, but from the lawyer. He discovered an unsigned draft of an older will in my father's study. In that version, everything was to be split evenly. "It appears your father never had it notarized," the lawyer explained gently. But he left a handwritten note. It says, "She's the responsible one. She'll know what to do." I folded the paper carefully and tucked it away. My father hadn't betrayed me. He'd just grown too weary to keep fighting. That night, I walked past our old house. No lights. Curtains drawn. The once vibrant garden now wild and lifeless, as though it had stopped waiting for laughter. I could have walked away. But revenge isn't about walking away. It's about making sure your absence leaves an impression. So I called the bank and reported suspicious estate transactions. They began an audit. The findings were brutal. Years of financial misconduct. My brother's failed ventures financed through my parent accounts. My mother's name on forged checks. By morning, every account was frozen. The inheritance under investigation. That night, I slept soundly for the first time in years. A week later, my brother called. His voice trembled. "You did this, didn't you?" I stayed silent. "You think you're better than us?" he shouted. "No," I whispered. "Just different." Then I ended the call. I haven't heard from them since. Sometimes, when an unknown number flashes on my screen, I imagine it's her, pretending nothing happened, asking for help. I never answer. Because the truth is, I don't need an inheritance to feel rich. What I have is far greater, peace. And peace, unlike money, can't be taken. In the end, it wasn't about property or payback. It was about restoring balance. About letting silence speak louder than blood. When she texted, "The mortgage is due," she expected submission. But when I replied, "Not mine," what I really meant was, not my burden, not my guilt, not my problem. That was the moment I inherited something they never could give me: freedom.